Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the rubber band theory. In this video I'm going to talk about a theory that all pro teams know and all high level teams and players understand. This theory is super important for anyone from beginner to pro level to understand, and I'm going to run you through it on both CT and Tside. As you can see, I'm in a LAN cafe right now. I'm about to fly back from the UK to Australia to play the RMR quals, so that's going to be coming up soon. Follow my Twitter if you want updates for that. I've joined a new team called Simplify. I also do coaching, so if you want to check out my coaching, I have a website in the link below. Alright, so the main idea of the rubber band theory is you never want to break the rubber band. You always just want to stretch the rubber band, but you don't want the rubber band to be super loose. So this sounds super weird, airy-fairy, but I'm going to explain it to you properly in this video. The first example of rubber banding on CT is on here CT Ancient, and this goes across all maps, but this is the basic idea, and it's when one side of the map is pushing. So say your B players here are pushing down the ramp here, they're going for a flash peek from their AWPer to peek down and go for kills. The main idea of the rubber band theory is for you to not push at the same time. So if you're the A player, for example, if your B players are playing, you should be blocking the side, so you don't want them to come, right? Because your low numbers here, you have 3 guys B, 1 mid, so you don't want them to hit you right now. So what you do is you don't break the rubber band. If you break the rubber band, you would be pushing into this at the same time as pushing B. It's too many points of contact that you're pushing. So the theory is you block or you basically delay the lurk, or if you know numbers are B, then you don't have to block because there's only one here and you can just hold an off angle if there's only one that can walk out. But say the numbers are unknown and your teammates are just pushing B without info, you could block here and delay so that across the map they can push, and say there was 3 here, they can't just jump out. And if they do, you can try and get 2 or 3. So that's the basic idea on CT, and this goes across all maps. For example, on Mirage, it's the same idea. If you're the A player here and you're playing under Balk, playing around here, and your teammates are doing a push here, say the AWPer is holding this deep line and the other teammates are pushing mid-round, you don't want to walk at the same time. You don't want to push 2 sides at once. That's the rubber band theory on CT. So an example of this round might be, if you're an anchor player, you might start round here, you molly them in, you're playing under Balk, doing whatever you want. Your teammates are getting info mid, they see nothing mid, so they come back and they go back towards the sites to get ready for a site hit, but then they retake mid, so your players decide, okay, let's push B apps, so then they boost up on B apps, they're double pushing B apps. So this is why, as an anchor, you need to be aware of the macro and across the whole map. You need to understand across the map what's happening and what your role is. This is what I learned as an anchor, and I really enjoy anchoring. I'm an anchor on Mirage, and it's basically kind of playing off your teammates a little bit. So like, you see they have mid control right now, like say you've mullied here, they have mid control right now, okay, they're probably going to hit my site, I'm ready for them to hit the site, I might even smoke the molly in their main, ready to hit the site, okay, they retake mid, B players are pushing, so now I'm aware that I don't want to push at the same time. I don't want to just walk A main like this, because you're pushing too many points of contact at the same time, and that will break the rubber band. Remember, rubber band theory, we want to stretch it towards one side, but we don't want to break it like this. This also goes both ways, so if you see your guys super passive on B and that kind of thing, then don't be afraid to get into A main and go for peaks. Bring your con player back if they're retaking mid, and it's the same concept. It's like wherever you know there's numbers are, you can push the low numbers. So obviously with every theory there's details and there's rules where you can break it. One example I like to give all my coaching clients and when I make videos and talk about different things, one exception I like to make for people is if they're in a situation where they feel super uncomfortable, and I'm sure you felt this before as a player, this goes across the whole of the map, this is kind of like a bonus tip, but if you're feeling uncomfortable and stagnant and you can feel like you might get split from con and A main, whenever you feel this uncomfortableness, don't just sit there and sit in it. Get moving, start moving, like start pushing something. Make your play advantageous. If you just sit stagnant when you're feeling uncomfortable, and you can usually feel this, you're like, okay, my teammates are dying, like say your com player's died, I don't know what to do, maybe there's a guy in main, I don't want to peek him, that's wrong. Like you need to be, as soon as you feel that uncomfortableness, is to push forward and take some space. That's your goal as a CT. It's a nice tip that you can have. Say another example is when you're in con and you're playing here and they've taken mid, say they've smoked top con like this, and you know you sit here for a second, you just feel uncomfortable. You feel like you might get split. You feel like they might just throw the smoke and A split, and your A player's just sitting around as well. So you're like, okay, let's do something. Let's get moving. I feel the uncomfortableness. So, okay, A player, let's push A main. Let's push A main. And now the B player should know that you guys are pushing A main. So then he will do what I said before and follow the rubber band theory. He'll block, make sure they don't come, throw a nade, just basically delay them is the idea. We don't want to push this at the same time, or there's just too many points of contact, and that breaks the rubber band theory, as I said before. So this is kind of an extension to the rubber band theory. When I've been explaining the rubber band theory, it's been just CT side, but I've noticed a concept on T side as well that I'll talk to you guys about. So the concept goes as follows. So instead of breaking the rubber band, sometimes the rubber band can get too loose, and you can have too many numbers in one spot. So for example, you're playing here. You guys are playing a 4B default, so 4 of you guys are here, and 1 of you guys is playing around mid. So right now, rubber band is stretched. You guys are pushing your points on the map. You're boosting here with AWP, holding this line, going for peaks B. You're taking cave. You're throwing the mollies in. You're working the rubber band. You stretch out, and you have presence on the other side of the map as well. But say this all changes. Say they do an A main push, and they kill your guy who was here. Now instantly the rubber band is snapped back. And now it's super loose, and everyone's towards here. And you have no map control. The CTs have full control. Here, they're probably going to play like 1 holding A. Maybe even the guy will run back. There'll be maybe 2 mid. But they'll have a B stack. They'll have at least 3 on B in this kind of situation if they've pushed A main and they're playing correctly. So as I said before, the rubber band is too loose. So let's stretch it out again. So what I like to say to people in their pugs or in their team games is to just re-clear the positioning. So let's stretch it back out. So maybe we leave a guy there and we come 3 back here. We re-clear the map control we just lost. Stretch out the rubber band again. So this is super important, and you can call this in your pugs. And I know a lot of people don't want to IGL their pugs, but this is just a really simple call that you can make in your pugs, and it's super successful for me and all my coaching clients that I tell to do. And it's literally just okay. We don't have any presence across that map. Our lurker has died. There's only ever going to be max 1 holding there, so we can leave the guy here to keep making presence, and we can just re-clear him. And if he's a lot of the time he just leaves and just stacks B. And if he doesn't, maybe he'll kill 1, but then the second guy can trade him. And look how much map control we have now. Now it's a 4v3, but we have all this map control back. So majority of the time when you do this and you 2 grouped back and you feel super uncomfortable to like re-clear this because you know it feels way more comfortable. Okay, let's just hit B. Let's just hit B. But a lot of the time, uncomfortable decisions are the best decisions. So try this in your pugs. Super easy call. Just let's re-clear A, guys. Let's re-clear A, and you just go back. So I hope this kind of spreads more light on the rubber band theory. Someone commented on one of my videos. So now I hope on both CT and T side you understand the rubber band theory more and how it works. And if you have any questions, just chuck me a message on Twitter or in the comments. And once again, I have a coaching package, so if you want to check that out, that's in the description. Thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.